going to go upstairs and show you a brand new space that's underway here at Eastwood Mall called Junior Achievement Discovery Center. So, what are we waiting for? Let's go check it out. All right, now we're here inside the JA Discovery Center upstairs at the Eastwood Mall. I'm joined now by Michelle Merkel, President of Junior Achievement Eastern Ohio. Michelle, first off, this space looks amazing in here. Tell us first a little bit about Junior Achievement. Maybe there's some folks watching today or listening who aren't familiar with Junior Achievement. Tell us about JA.
Well, thanks, Johnny. We're excited to be here at the Eastwood Mall and have this wonderful opportunity to bring an experiential learning center called the JA Discovery Center here to the second floor. And Junior Achievement has been around for over 100 years, and we will be celebrating next year our 75th anniversary. So this is exciting times for us. But Junior Achievement is a youth servicing nonprofit organization that educates young people between the ages of kindergarten to the age of 25 on financial literacy, work readiness, and entrepreneurship.
See, that's something that was missing. You know, when I was in school, I really wish that they had taught us some financial literacy, got us a little ahead of the game. Instead, we had to catch up as adults. And so the kids going through these programs through JA, they're going to be off to such a great head start in life, just with these, you know, this financial literacy and, you know, everything they're going to be able to learn here. We talked about this as the Discovery Center, but I know there's a JA BizTown and Finance Park. How does that all fit into the Discovery Center? How does it work together? Tell us about those programs.
Junior Achievement USA has 50 of these experiential learning centers, and we are going to be the first in Northeast Ohio to offer a BizTown and a Finance Park, two simulations in one space, so we call it a flex facility. And the JA BizTown is what we are going to roll out first. BizTown is developing as you can see here, a miniature town or a city. We have 15 storefronts that are currently being sponsored by area businesses, and we will be highlighting 120 jobs in our region.
Wow.
And so what the students do in grade bands 4 through 6 is they have 13 in-classroom lessons, and they're going to explore those careers. They're going to apply for those jobs. They're going to interview and get hired and then prepare for them. And prior to going to the BizTown, as the students prepare for that information, they come to a one-day simulation here, which is about 5 hours, depending on the distance that they're coming. And they automatically come into this town and this city. They're the mayor. Yeah. They run the bank, okay? They work with the Higher Department of Education, with Youngstown State University, Elwood Aluminum. They're doing manufacturing jobs. They're across the way working with the Builders Association, being architects and engineers. There's going to be so many jobs available here. And when they come in, right off the bat, the CEO tells his employees how much they're going to make and earn, okay, in a day. Already that starts an interesting conversation, because what we see is the kids are like, well, how come I'm only making much and I deserve to be paid more? I mean, that is typical. The CFO or the chief financial officers are entering the payroll in our simulation. They're going to the bank and opening up a checking account and a savings account. They're getting a debit card. They're going around to the storefronts and purchasing products and items with the money that they earned that day. Yeah. They're doing everything from distribution, taking orders, delivering those orders. They're doing just like what we're doing here, marketing and advertising and interviewing the businesses and learning more about their companies and what they do. They're beautifying the park when this gets actually set up, and they're making sure that the benches that are falling apart are getting replaced with new benches, and they're constructing them. It's just amazing to see everything and how this community comes together in one day for 5 hours.
Wow, so JA BizTown, it is a town. These kids are gonna be learning how to run their businesses, how to run the town.
Yes.
That's amazing. Yes. That really is such a cool experience.
We try to make it for the younger students as real world as possible.
Wow, and so now, how does Finance Park play into it?
Okay, so Finance Park's going to roll out the following year. Junior Achievement is updating the curriculum, and so we're taking a pause on it. But when we roll that out, it's going to be geared towards middle and high school students. There's an introductory version and an advanced version. But instead of them coming in and running a city, they're coming in now budgeting their income and expenses. So for example, if they work at the Builders Association and they are an architect and they're making $80,000 a year, now they have to go out and they have to budget their transportation, they have to budget their insurance, they have to budget their clothing, their housing, their entertainment expenses. And we really go into a deep dive. These are not quick questions and decisions. We know when it comes to finances that we have to fully understand what our choices and our options are, where we are, and considering, am I married? Do I have kids? Do I have college loans? So what is my credit score? Maybe, again, we randomly assign those, but they might have a great credit score, they might have a terrible credit score. And that really has an effect on, what they can purchase, if they can purchase a house or rent a house or purchase a car. So we kind of give them, again, real world experience of what things cost. And it's so nice because we hear time and time again from the alumni who have participated in these experiential learning centers, how they set them up for success. They were able to go in and understand and have the right decisions when they're talking to their employers. Do you offer a retirement plan? Okay. Do you have a match for the 401k? So all that information is provided them so that they have a little bit more better knowledge when they enter after.
That's so smart. So the younger kids are getting the general overview of BizTown and how these things work, and the older kids, once Finance Park comes into the situation, they'll get the nitty gritty of the real budgets and those kind of things and credit scores. That's amazing. That really is such a great tool for these kids that are going to come through this program. I'm excited. I'm excited for them. It's a fun way to learn. And I've got 4 kids myself, so I can tell you, I know exactly. You got to keep them. You got to keep their attention. And this is a great way to do it. So I'm excited. You mentioned that some of the storefronts are already taken. How are you doing? And what do you need next?
So we're very appreciative being able to be where we're at right now in phase 1 of the development, to be able to showcase, to get people to understand the space, the program, what it's going to be an impact. So what we are now is in phase 2, fill in the storefronts. So there's another building part component to it. And so what you see here is 15 storefronts. Some of them are already sponsored and secured. We have Elwood, we have Dinosaur Plastics, we have Huntington Bank, Mahoney Valley Manufacturing Coalition, Farmers Trust is coming in, Farmers Bank, with their space as well. We have others that are in the pipeline and pending, but at this point, what they do is when they sign on as a sponsorship, and you can see Huntington Bank has pretty much laid out their storefront, they have to build it out. And so when you look at the rendering of Huntington Bank, it looks like Huntington Bank. We will have an ATM machine, we will have a conference area, we will have a bank teller booth. So the kids are getting an actual real world of what the bank, what Elwood's gonna look like with Dinosaur Plastic, kind of a feel of Youngstown State University and the programs that they have to offer. So this is our next part, getting our sponsors on board, understanding. They have to let us know what jobs that they want to highlight. So we have a CEO and a CFO in each of the businesses, but they pick the 4 to 6 additional jobs that they want to feature.
How does a potential sponsor, let's say they're tuning into this podcast right now and they're interested, how does a potential sponsor get in touch with you to get a sponsorship here?
So they can contact Junior Achievement directly at 330-539-5268. They can email me directly at michele.merkel, I know it's long, at ja.org. So it's michelle.merkel@ja.org. And then they can inquire about our sponsorship opportunities. We don't just have storefront sponsorships. I mean, we have everything from you can sponsor a street sign, you can sponsor, which we don't have yet, a lamppost, you can sponsor a school to come here for a simulation day. And then those that are familiar with Junior Achievement have been longtime volunteers for JA. We put them in a classroom, they presented a curriculum and a lesson at that school. It's going to be opposite. Our teachers and our partners with the school districts are going to implement the JA lessons, the curriculum component. It is our volunteers that are going to be coming to this space, and they are going to be helping and guiding our students throughout the day with their businesses. They're going to check in with the CEO. They're going to check in with the project engineer. They're going to check in to make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to, answering any questions. So even if it's not a financial commitment and you want to make a volunteer, and how do you want your company or your organization, even if your students or after school or summer program, just contact us.
That's great. Definitely, if you're tuning in right now and you're just learning about the JA Discovery Center that we've got here at the Eastwood Mall, get in touch with Michelle. As she mentioned, if you can't sponsor, you can volunteer, help out. That'd be a huge help for these kids, for the program. And if you are a business owner and you can sponsor, you should really consider it. I don't know if you're watching us or you're listening to us right now. If you're listening, make sure you check out the video on YouTube of this so you can see the amazing work that's already been done in here. And you can see these like mini versions of your business. The kids will come in, they'll learn. I think it's going to be booming. I cannot wait for that. Michelle, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
This is great. And again, this is on the upstairs, the second level of the Eastwood Mall. So it's actually adjacent to Casala Veda's upstairs, their hair salon and institute. The stairs are in the center court. You can walk up there. There's also an elevator on the other side, right next to the food court. So definitely check it out. Junior Achievement Discovery Center. It's coming here to Eastwood Mall. We cannot wait. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.